Good evening, YouTube. You guys are watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games, and today we are doing a match of epic proportion. This is Battle of the Gods, full-powered Spyral versus full Power Pendulum Magician. Now, there are a couple of rules and stipulations to Battle of the Gods, and I'll be able to explain them to you guys right now. Basically, what Battle of the Gods is, we're going to play both decks in their current state right now. So I am playing Spyrals for the February 5th, 2018 format, and Xander is going to be playing Pendulum Magician in the same format as well. Now, when a deck is down by 2, they can do something called Mega Evolve, which means play the best cards available in the current Yu-Gi-Oh card game. That includes banned cards whatsoever, and basically we're going to be replicating what would the deck be, or how good the deck would be if it were full power. Now, there are a couple of stipulations to this. When I mean full powered, I am talking about how the deck would have been at its maximum potential during the time for the format. So no, we're not going to be running 3 copies of Raigeki, 3 copies of Harpy's Feather Duster, 3 Graceful Charities, but what we will do is run the best cards that were available previously at a type, as well as the cards that we do have now. So opening up, Xander's going to start off pretty strong, but it's met with a Droll and Lockbird, preventing him from continuously searching. I didn't have any other resources, so I had to set a monster in defense, which was Spyral Resort, that he decided to attack over. Now, another thing I want to talk about is that you guys are probably looking down at this camera view like, TheCaliEffect, what happened to the over-the-top view? And trust me, guys, we are definitely using that over-the-top view from now on out, but this video was actually recorded before we decided to do that view, so I hope you guys can bear with me. Spyral is definitely really good inside of this format, and I'm going to show you guys why. Xander is going to attack into my monster, and I'm going to use Spyral Rescue Mission to recurse my Spyral Resort from my graveyard to my hand. Next, I'm going to follow up with Spyral Super Agent, declaring what I would believe is monster, declaring correctly, and then destroying his trap card. I think he's going to go ahead and chain the Pendulum Graph, destroying his Purple Poison to destroy my Spyral Super Agent, and then the Purple Magician to destroy the Spyral Mission Rescue. Now, this is probably a huge misplay, mainly because Spyral Mission Rescue is probably best in the graveyard, even though it does have a really good effect on field, being able to recurse your Spyrals. That's going to bring back Spyral Super Agent to my side of the field, and I have not committed my normal summon. Now, Spyral Super Agent's effect to destroy spells and trap cards is only once per turn, and I think we correct that later on in the game. But I'm just going to follow up with the normal summon of Spyral Quick Fix, who is a very important card to this Spyral Turbo strategy, and you guys will see right now. I'm going to use both Super Agent and Quick Fix to make double helix, declaring the monster again, and that's going to summon Master Plan. Master Plan's effect to add another mission rescue from my deck to my hand, and now the combo is going to get started. You guys are going to be seeing how good Spyrals can still be inside of this format, even against the quote-unquote best deck of the format. Now I'm going to pitch the Mission Rescue to special summon Spyral Little Boy, or Spyral Quick Fix, to my side of the field. And now I'm going to add a last resort again from my deck to my hand through Spyral Quick Fix. I'm going to activate a card or try to find a way to summon another monster, which is through Spyral Rescue Mission, to special summon another Spyral Super. And it looks like I'm going to use all 4 of these monsters for a huge play. All 4 of these monsters are going to be used to make Sarjuya, and Sarjuya is an extremely powerful card in any deck, allowing me to draw 4 cards and then put 3, but even more importantly, since Spyral Master Plan was sent to the graveyard, it allows me to search a field spell and a monster, and the field spell being Spyral Resort, and the monster being Spyral Tough. So Xander's looking at a really serious situation. I've made Sarjuya, and yes, I've used my normal summon, but I still have so many more plays to do. I'm going to put 3 cards to the bottom of my deck due to Sarjuya's effect. And basically what Sarjuya does is allow me to filter through all of the cards that I don't need and get into the cards that I really do need. So here is the Spicy Tech DDR pitching a Spyral Equip spell from my hand to my graveyard, Big Red, to special summon Quick Fix and Quick Fix effect to bring the Big Red back to my hand. So basically what Quick Fix and how DDR works, if I am pitching a Spyral Gear card, it doesn't matter, because Quick Fix is going to add me the same gear card back from my deck to my hand. If I'm pitching cards like Spyral Mission Rescue, then it really doesn't matter, because it wants to be in the graveyard. Since it's a trap card, it's better off in the graveyard on first turn. So Big Red is going to special summon Spyral double helix back to my side of the field, and it looks like I'm going to make yet another foreplay, which is going to be a Firewall Dragon, Link 4 Firewall Dragon to my side of the field, and now my opponent is wide open, so I am going to finish this game off. Yes, that's right, this deck is good enough to still finish the game off in OTK through Spyral Sleeper, 2 copies, being able to put 6 cards in the graveyard for Sleeper. This deck is just too strong. If you guys want to see this Spyral deck profile, then go ahead and destroy that like button. Let's try to get to 150 likes for that deck profile. I know you guys can do it because you guys are really good, and once we pass that 150 threshold, keep liking this video up. It lets me know as a content creator that you guys really like this video and I should continue to do stuff like this. So looking at what Pendulum Magician can do against a board like that, they're going to have to make some really good plays to prevent Spyral from doing like that. But you could say that Pendulum Magician did have a disadvantage getting Duel locked and probably not having the most optimal hand. So Chronograph Sorcerer is going to be activated with a Duelist Alliance to follow up for a search and a special summon. And Chronograph Sorcerer is of course going to special summon Time Star Magician or Time Gazer Magician, whatever monster it is, to the side of the field. And it looks like Pendulum Magician is going to be able to set up a pretty nice board, Astrograph Sorcerer to destroy itself, and then that's going to be able to special summon the other counterpart, which is either Time Gazer or Stargazer Magician. I believe that one's Stargazer Magician to the field. Now he's going to use both of his monsters for a link summon of a Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, and then Electromite's going to be able to use its effect to place any monster from his deck to the scale. This is basically the best startup for the Metal Foes. Oh no, an effect failure. That's nasty. That would have been, yes, one of the better startups for the deck. But Effect Veiler is bet on the Metal Foes Electromite, and he's forced to use Wisdom Eye Magician to destroy itself to place the Oath Dragon Magician to his side of the field. Now, being able to make 2 monsters for a Pendulum, or before a Pendulum Summon, is going to be pretty hard to do. He's going to use the effect of Oath Dragon to return Wisdom Eye to his hand, and then he's going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon monsters. The only thing I can say is that that Effect Veiler was too clutch. Had the Effect Veiler not been there, I think he would have made a very devastating board. But seeing that the Effect Veiler did hit the Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, it is not good for the opposing player, which happens to be Xander. He's going to use both his monsters to Pendulum Summon Astrograph and Chronograph Sorcerer to his side of the field, and I'm wondering what he's going to be able to do with those monsters. Possibly just make another Electromite and try to loop his combos from there. That would be pretty interesting to see, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to use both Astro and Chronograph for a second Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. And then he's probably going to hope to get into something really good through the effect of Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, and hopefully I don't have another Veiler or Ash Blossom or something, but it looks like I don't. So he's going to be able to summon Chronograph Sorcerer to his side of the field, and yes, that is going to be pretty pivotal for the play. He's going to destroy the Oath Dragon Magician and special summon Astrograph Sorcerer, and Astrograph Sorcerer is probably going to add him another monster, yes, another Oath Dragon Magician from his deck to his hand. So we're looking at a pretty solid board through Pendulum Magician, even though it was pretty much stopped with the Effect Veiler, the well-timed Effect Veiler, and him not being able to recover anything decent, not having Rescue Hamster or anything like that in his hand. So that was pretty much tough luck for the opponent. He's going to go ahead and destroy another Wisdom Eye Magician for Purple Poison, and it looks like, yes, he still might be able to set up a pretty decent board to disrupt me. So now he's going to use both his Astrograph Sorcerer and the Electromite for a Decode Talker, and now he's sitting pretty nice on a Decode Talker, or maybe not. Maybe not, possibly not. He might just keep the board that he has, which isn't a bad board. And if he does have the Trap card, he's going to be able to still disrupt my board with Purple Poison and the Trap card. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how he counters it with a card face down. So it could be the Disruptor. And Spyral's going to go second, seeing how the deck does, being able to break a board. Does pretty well with hand traps in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Spyral Tough and then activate the effect of Spyral Tough to destroy a monster on the side of the field if the normal summon actually gets to get off. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if that happens. Is Tough gonna, yes, Tough is gonna use his effect, declaring monster, and now I'm gonna be able to destroy a monster on the field. I'm gonna destroy the Astrograph Sorcerer, mainly because I'm probably feeling that I can get rid of both the Electromites through battle. So I'm going to send the Quick Fix to the graveyard and then use the effect of Quick Fix, ditching Spyral Mission Rescue to special summon Quick Fix, and then triggering Quick Fix's effect, probably to search Big Red. He's going to go ahead and use the effect of Pendulum, of his Time Pendulumograph, and destroy his purple poison, wiping my board. But it seems like this game just might be back into his favor. Double Electromite on the field, 2 monsters on the field. No, DDR comes to the fray. Special Summon Quick Fix back to my side of the field. He's gonna Ash Blossom the Quick Fix, and now I'm gonna use the effect of Mission Rescue to Special Summon Tough to my side of the field, declaring monster yet again and getting it correct yet again to destroy an Electromite. That is freaking crazy. Never thought that the deck would be that good at recuperating its board. Now using both of those monsters to make a Spyral Double Helix, and then Helix to declare monster yet again. Spyral Double Helix is going to be summoned no matter what in this game, and that's pretty freaking awesome that the deck can do that. Now I'm going to make a Spyral Master Plan, and she's gonna search another Mission Rescue from the deck today. And I gotta say that this deck is freaking awesome to watch. Spyral being able to play through just about almost double disruption and still being able to make a pretty decent sized board. Now the second Spyral Tough is gonna be activated, destroying the Electromite, and then discarding another Spyral Mission Rescue to special summon the Quick Fix to search another Spyral Gear card from the deck to the hand. I'm telling you, when I'm saying Quick Fix Turbo, this deck is Quick Fix Turbo. Now, all 4 monsters are going to be used to make Sarjuya again, or Saryuja. I apologize. And this card is freaking pivotal to the strategy, as you guys can see. Being able to draw 4 cards and then search 2 more cards is just mind-blowing. And yes, Spirals are still very decent for the February 5th, 2018 format. And if you haven't heard it from anywhere else, you heard it from the TheCaliEffect first. So being able to add a Spyral Sleeper as well as a Spyral Resort basically seals the fate of this game, because now both sleepers are going to be able to special summon themselves to the side of the field with 2,800 bodies, as well as the Sarjuya having a 2,800 body as well. So that's pretty good enough to be an OTK, but no, TheCaliEffect is going to special summon Spyral Super Agent to his side of the field through the effect of Sarjuya, and then activate the effects of Spyral Resort. I think right now it's just win more going on. More could be played, more, less could be played. It doesn't really matter. Just finish the game right now. So go ahead and special summon Double Sleeper, and yes, we're done. We're going to game 3. So since the deck of Pendulum Magician is down by 2, it's going to be able to Mega Evolve, meaning that it can play every available card from its prime until now to make it the best deck available. And people have been arguing that this is probably one of the best decks of all time. Let's see how it does against pre-Mega Evolve Spyral. And this time, Pendulum Magician is going to be able to go first, making a pretty decent board. It's going to be pivotal for Pendulum Magician. And if it can get on the ground and establish a pretty decent board, I think Spyral might have a hard time. Now, keep in mind, Spyrals can play a ton of hand traps and basically go undisrupted. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how both of these decks fare in this bout. So now we get to see Proverbial Skull Crobat Joker hit the field, and it's going to search Wisdom Eye Magician from the deck to the hand. Really refreshing to see those cards, you know, with a couple of months of it being banned. He's going to activate Harmonizing Magician in the scale, and then a Wisdom Eye Magician into the scale, destroy the Wisdom Eye to place, it probably is going to be an Oak Dragon Magician into a scale, or no, a Double Iris Magician. That card is long forgotten in the strategy, and then follow up with a Wavering Eyes, destroying the Double Iris Magician, adding Astrograph Sorcerer, and special summoning said Astrograph Sorcerer to his side of the field, and also triggering Double Iris Magician to search a Pendulum Graph or a Pendulum Spell or Trap card from his deck to his hand. That is so many freaking combos. I didn't see him search the other card, wondering if he chose to use it or not. It's really interesting. He's going to go ahead and follow up with those 2 monsters to make Electromite, and then Electromite's effect is going to place a card from his deck to his extra deck, and I am not sure what card he's going to place, because the new version of this deck would go ahead and try to make Vortex Dragon Norito, but this version might do something a little different. He's going to go ahead and put Chronograph Sorcerer into his scale, and I think it might set him back that he didn't grab the Time Pendulum Graph when he needed to, so he's going to go ahead and I think he's going to go get it right now. I think he's going to correct that mistake. Yes, he's going to correct that mistake and get that Time Pendulum Graph. Now, I do remember him declaring that he was getting that card. I just don't, I was like, what are you doing? You're getting ahead of yourself. Anyways, I'd be excited to play a deck like this too. He's going to use Wisdom Eye Magician to search, or to place, Double Iris into the scale again, and then that's going to trigger Time Pendulum Graph, and it's going to add Black Fang from his deck to his hand. He's going to destroy the Oath Dragon to add from his deck to hand an Astrograph Sorcerer, and then summon it again, triggering off Oath Dragon Magician's effect to add another Oath Dragon Magician from his deck to his hand. Now, this is getting a little ridiculous because he's going to be able to draw a card, and look at his extra deck. It is completely full. I have never seen an extra deck get filled so fast off of a turn one board. This is, like I said, this is really, really, really good. I'm actually glad that the Forbidden List kind of hit this before it became too powerful of a deck. Now he's going to activate Black Fang into his scale, and then it looks like he's going to Pendulum Summon 2 monsters to a side of the field, including a Harmonizing Magician from his hand to a side of the field. So those monsters are going to use this effect, Harmonizing Magician, to spell summon another monster from his deck to a side of the field, and that's going to be White Wing Magician. And are we going to see what exactly I think I'm seeing? Yes, we are. He is going to use the Double Iris Magician and the Harmonizing Magician to make Psy-Frame Lord Omega. Oh my god. And then use Omega to rip a card out of my hand. That is freaking nasty. That's pretty good. He's going to get the Dragon's Ravine. And now I think he's going to make another Psy-Frame Lord Omega. Is he going to make another Psy-Frame Lord Omega? Because that's just nasty. Yes, he's Synchro summoning right into another Psy-Frame Lord Omega to rip another card out of my hand. So I'm going to essentially start off with 4 cards, and he has a very well-established board and the Time Pendulum Graph. I don't think that I can, you know, come across or even try to break this board. I know I have 1 out to play against. I might be able to play around that depending on my hand, but 4 cards in your hand is pretty rough to start with. I'm going to activate Spyral Resort, which I have at the top deck. He's going to destroy it, and we're going to scoop it up. That was an extremely quick game, and now we're on to game 3. I'm going to activate Dragon's Shrine to pitch the quick fix to my graveyard to send the Strudel Noodle from the deck to the graveyard. And I think you guys are in for a treat, because keep in mind, Pendulum Magician is full powered right now, and Spyral is still through the February format. I'm going to declare correctly or incorrectly. I'm trying to, no, I declared correctly, and that's going to special summon Spyral Super Agent to my side of the field. That was a pretty clutch declare. Not declaring monster, but declaring spell. TheCaliEffect, you too strong. Next, I'm going to discard to special summon quick fix, and then I'm going to normal summon Tough to my side of the field. So now we have 4 monsters on the board. 2 of them are going to be used to make double helix. So it looks like with no cards in hand, TheCaliEffect, I'm gonna have to make some type of board to be able to defend against this Pendulum Magician. So double helix is gonna special summon Master Plan to add another copy or a copy of Spyral Mission Rescue from my deck to my hand. And now both monsters are going to be used to make a Decode Talker. Now normally we don't make Decode Talker, so it's really interesting to see Decode Talker on the board. So Spyral Resort is going to be added through the effect of Master Plan and possibly another Spyral monster. Yes, another Tough. So I'm even myself, I'm pretty confused on what. Actually, I know exactly what I'm looking at. I'm going to use both the Quick Fix and the Destruder to make Power Tool Dragon. That's right, not Ancient Fairy Dragon, not Power Tool Dragon, and that's going to bring DDR from my deck to my hand. Oh, TheCaliEffect, you a savage. Show me these savage ways. And now I'm going to use DDR to pitch Spyral Mission Rescue to bring back Quick Fix to my side of the field. Young QF, my boy. Quick Fix is going to add Spyral Gear Resort from my deck to my hand. And now I'm going to be able to special summon. Am I going to special summon the monster? No, I'm not going to add that card. What card am I going to add? I'm going to actually add Big Red to my side of the field. Now, I'm going to use Big Red to special summon, or no, I'm going to banish the Mission Rescue, and now it's going to special summon Master Plan, and Master Plan's effect is going to add another copy of Mission Rescue from my deck to my hand. This is freaking crazy. Next, the Power Tool Dragon, or no, the Trap card is going to be added, or activated. Not 100% sure how that Trap card is working. No, that was added to my hand. DDR is going to be, oh, DDR is on the field, my apologies. Now both monsters are going to be used to make, oh wow, a Galaxy Tomahawk, and that is freaking crazy. Trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to be able to get full force or full use of the Tomahawk, detaching 1 material to special summon 3 tokens to my side of the field. Now using 2 of said token to make a monster, which I think is going to be it. We're trying to figure out how exactly we're going to do. No, I put the monster in the middle, the Galaxy Tomahawk in the middle. And basically, it's all about deciding order and how these cards are going to be overlapped on each other to make a decent board. It looks like I'm going to be using... No, it looks like I'm pretty stuck on what I'm doing. No, I'm going to make a Link Spider and then 2 monsters to make a IB. And now it looks like I'm going to be using 2 additional monsters, one being maybe just 2 tokens to make the second IB. No, it looks like, yes, both the 2 tokens to make... No, the 2 tokens can only make Proxy Dragon, so it's really interesting to see what I'm going to do with this type of board. Yes, it looks like we're going to be making Proxy Dragon, and now we have a pretty decent setup, trying to figure out what are we going to do. Oh god, TheCaliEffect. Firewall Dragon to the side of the field, and then pitch another card. No, Big Red to the side of the field. Is that even needed? Is that needed? What are you doing, TheCaliEffect? No, you're not. You're not. Now pitching another card after Big Red and then making the Tri-Gate Wizard. TheCaliEffect, you such a savage. Where do you get your savage ways? Using the Spyral Double Helix and the Quick Fix to make the Tri-Gate Wizard. So now Firewall, IB, Tri-Gate Wizard, 1 bounce on the field, 1 negate. If a sleeper and resort can be played, this just might be game. And yes, oh my gosh, it looks like resort's gonna add sleeper, banish 3 for sleeper, and equip resort to sleeper. What is going on with Spyrals nowadays? This board is reminiscent of what Spyral used to do, and it looks like it made a very solid board against full-powered Pendulum Magician. Now back to Pendulum Magician. What can they do against a board of Spyral Sleeper, Tri-Gate Wizard, a Firewall Dragon, Proxy Dragon, and a Spyral Resort on the board? This is freaking awesome. I don't even know how to explain this type of board because it looks like there's no out for Pendulum Magician. Could Spyral be beating Pendulum Magician and it hasn't even Mega Evolved yet? If so, you guys have to give this video a like for that deck profile. It looks like it is. It looks like Xander just might be scooping it up. He's trying to figure out if there is another way. Perform without Skullcrobat Joker was probably negated with the Tri-Gate Wizard, obviously negated with the Tri-Gate Wizard. And can he make a board? No, he did not. He could not. And it looks like this is the last possible game to be played. So Spyral gets to Mega Evolve just so we can show you guys how full-powered Spyral works. Now, I am no way, shape, or form a Spyral master, okay? I just wanted to point that out. I built this deck on the fly. We play tested it for a little bit, and I was able to make some dominant boards. Even Xander was like, you just a little Spyral master. No, guys. I'm not a Spyral master. I just feel like I'm a decent Yu-Gi-Oh player that can make some pretty good decks. So basically starting off, Xander's going to go ahead and go, and I wonder if how Spyral is going to react to be able to go second against such a monstrosity of a deck. It looks like it's going to be a die roll situation where whoever goes first, they're going to make an awesome board. But just the fact that, this current Spyral was able to beat full-powered Pendulum Magician is a testament to how good Spyrals can still be inside of this format. So it looks like he's setting up, ramping up with his combos using Wavering Eyes and Double Iris Magician to search more copies of Double Iris Magician and the Time Pendulum Graph. Then he's going to destroy his Wisdom Eye Magician to search a card, or to place a card in the scale and then search another card. So it's essentially the exact same combo that you guys are seeing. And again, I am so happy that Double Iris Magician is banned. And that was really the ban-worthy card in this deck. He's going to normal summon Purple Poison and then use both of those monsters for an Exceed or a Link summon of Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. And now we're going to see the normal Electromite play: destruction, summoning, destruction, searching, adding, destruction, summoning, searching, adding, and all that other stuff. So he's going to be able to add the the Time Pendulum Graph and Star Pendulum Graph. I forget which one's which. I want to say the trap card's Time Pendulum Graph and the spell card Star Pendulum Graph. Crossing my fingers, hoping that I'm right. So he's going to go ahead and pendulum summon monsters to a side of the field, one being Harmonizing Magician, Double Iris Magician, and this is not looking good. Maybe he can Omega Vortex me, and I'll just be happy with my life. I'll be able to kill myself in peace, because, yeah, that's not a board that I want to see at all. Looking into his extra deck, I have a confidence he's going to make Vortex Dragon and possibly some other card to make me extremely mad. So he's going to use both Astrograph Sorcerers to make the Vortex Dragon as we predicted, and then the Electromite and the Vortex to make Decode Talker, and then trigger off the effect of the Absolute Dragon to summon Vortex Dragon. And now both of the two monsters to either make the Omega. No, he's going to go ahead and make an Exceed summon. So is it Time Star Magician? Is it Tornado Dragon? It can't be Baguska because that would turn off the Vortex Dragon. It is Tornado Dragon, and that's a pretty sick board, seeing that he does have Purple Poison Magician to destroy with his Time Pendulum Graph to destroy 2 cards. He has a Negate and Back Row Destruction, as well as Decode Talker to tribute his monster to prevent me from targeting. So yes, this is a board I don't want to see. I'm going to special summon Gofu to my side of the field, bringing out 2 tokens. And that is it's been the longest since we've seen Gofu. And yes, this is a Mega Evolved, full-powered Spyral deck. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm going to use both of those 2 tokens to make Proxy Dragon, or at least what I would think. Seeing if I can make a Decode. If I can make the Decode, I think I'd be in a decent position, maybe. Yes, because then I can put monsters under the Decode to get over the Vortex. But no, he's going to go ahead and destroy all of my cards with the effect of Time Pendulum Draft, and then search. And I'm just going to go to scoop it up because there's nothing else that I can do against this deck. Pendulum Magician is really, really freaking strong. So in this game, I'm going to start off with our lovable, friendly, adorable Gofu, the card that we all like, using 2 tokens, or no, using Terraforming to search. Hopefully the card that I need was going to be Spyral Mission Rescue, which gets Ghost Ogre. So yeah, it looks like Pendulum Magician does play hand traps after all. Being able to stop my Mission Resort, I don't think that you know, unless I have another Mission Resort, we're in a trouble. So this is probably the epitome of Spyral bricking. And this is what a lot of people seem to fail to realize about Spyral, is that, yes, it was a deck with an amazing ceiling, but then there were times where your opponent had that single hand trap that forced you to brick like crazy. And this was that time that Spyral bricked. If you ever wanted to drop an egg, Spyral, do not do it in a Battle of the Gods match, or you will pay for it, because these are the best of the best decks. He's going to use Chronograph Sorcerer to special summon Time Star Magician to his side of the field, and then normal summon White Winged Magician, and that's going to be able to make him the Electromite immediately to his side of the field at the cost of his normal summon and, of course, a special summon. And now he's probably going to do all these nasty things to destroy my board, or even possibly just OTK me, because, you know, that does exist. Electromite's going to put Astrograph Sorcerer from his deck to his extra deck, and then he's going to destroy the Time Star Magician. And that's what's better in the Pendulum Magician as opposed to Spyral, is that yes, his deck inherently did brick. It didn't do so well. He actually had to put a Time Star Magician into his scale, or a Time Gazer Magician, or Stargazer, whatever, a Stargazer Magician into his scale, my apologies. And I actually even Drolin locked him, but this really isn't going to stop him too much from doing what he wants to do and establishing, in terms of establishing a board that, you know, he wants to make, you know, and it's going to be better than mine. That's pretty much it to say. Now he's going to be able to Pendulum Summon Steel, which I think he'll be able to take full advantage of. He's going to go ahead and use that to Pendulum Summon. I see him going through his extra deck. Not really much he can make right off the top of my head looking at his extra deck. But thinking about what is in hand, he's going to play the Chronograph and a Oath Dragon, and now he's going to go ahead and still thinking about Pendulum Summon. Come on, Big Z man, I know you can Pendulum Summon. There's 2 different things to think about it than the Pendulum Summon. It'd be awesome if you could make some boards and, you know, do it pretty quickly. But looking at the game, I don't think that there's a way that Spyral can come back to this once Pendulum Magician does get started. It's really hard to stop this deck once it does get started. You do need those hand traps, those pivotal cards. He's going to go ahead and Pendulum Summon 3, which is going to be the Chronograph, the Time Gazer, and the Harmonizing Magician to his side of the field, and then use the effect of Harmonizing Magician to special summon another monster on the side of the field. Now, his field is looking really healthy. It's looking healthy and heavy, and my field is looking, well, let's not talk about it. It's on Nutra Slim, Nutra Fat, whatever it wants to call itself, and it's not looking great. He's going to use both the Time Gazer, or I'm sorry, both the Harmonizing and the Purple Poison to make, oh god, yeah, this is game right here. He's going to clear my board with the Supreme King, a Clear Wing Dragon, and then attack for game. That is just nasty. He didn't even need the Duel lock to stop him from winning the game right there, right now. And it looks like we have ourselves a contest. Yes, it looks like Pendulum Magician is back in full swing, winning that last game. Now, who will be the winner of this game? Or even more importantly, keep in mind both decks, both strategies have won 3 games each. Spyral dominating the beginning portion and Pendulum Magician after Mega Evolving, proving it is the better Mega Evolutionized deck, being far more consistent and more superior than its other counterpart. Now here is something that we know and love from Spyral, or know and hate. We're going to use machine duplication on Spyral Gear Drone after knowing the opponent's counterparts, but only after being able to make a free, that's right, a free Decode Talker. Now, Double Helix is obviously going to get its target correct because we already know with Drone, special summoning Master Plan to my side of the field, and it looks like this game is probably over before it started. Master Plan to add the Spyral Mission Assault, or I'm sorry, the Spyral Mission Rescue from my deck to my hand, and now we have something going on. It's a board that's going to be made. 2 monsters are going to be used for a Link summon and possibly a Firewall Dragon right off the bat. Yes, so Decode Talker and of course Spyral Master Plan will be used to make a Link, triggering off Master Plan's effect to get a Spyral Resort as well as a Spyral Sleeper from my deck to my hand. Now Resort is going to be activated, and then that's effect going to trigger possibly to add, yes, another, no, actually Sleeper isn't at 2 in this specific build because you don't need it. It's going to add Quick Fix from my deck to my hand. Now I'm trying to figure out how does Quick Fix necessarily fall into this deck's equation. You need to move a monster from the field to the graveyard through Firewall Dragon's effect, and yes, that's actually going to be done through the effects of both Drone and Spyral Master Plan. Now, or Spyral Double Helix. Now, it looks like it might be a slight misplay into that, because if we would have sequenced this better, then, you know, Tri-Gate Wizard could have had the ability to be under 3 cards, thus triggering the ability to be able to negate and banish cards, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Spyral Big Red 2 special summon Helix back to the side of the field. Or no, I'm trying to figure out how did Helix get back to the side of the field then? It's possibly summoned through the effects, or no, it can't be that way. That's interesting. But still, it looks like we have a full-fledged board through the Drone, and then using the monster to continuously Link summon under Firewall to keep summoning monsters from my graveyard to my side of the field, and that's going to summon Spyral Quick Fix back to the side of the field again, and then being able to add Last Resort from, or Resort from the deck to the grave, or from the deck to the hand, my apologies. And now it looks like we have a pretty solid board, a really solid board between the Spyral board, and all of them are Link monsters, one of them being a Link 4 Firewall that can bounce 2 cards on the field. Now, Tri-Gate Wizard doesn't look as powerful, so it's going to be used for a Link summon of another Firewall. Oh my god, this is freaking awesome. Double Firewall, double bounces, double things happen, and so it looks like that's going to be the ending board. Or will that be the ending board? Will it follow up with a Sleeper slash you know, Last Resort onto the field? Yes, Sleeper is going to be summoned banishing 3 Spyral monsters, and then Last Resort is going to be summoned with a card face down. That is freaking nasty. Resort being able to take care of its maintenance cost, putting a card from the deck or from the graveyard back into the main deck. And now it's back to Xander. Can he break double Firewall Ib with Sleeper with Resort? Because that is a pretty problematic board. Not saying that the face down couldn't even be Utility Wire. And no, it looks like the game is already over. Oh my god, Spyral takes it in 7. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and again, like the living daylights out of this video. I really appreciate you guys, and shout out to all my Patreons that have helped support it, and everybody that has bought, sold, or traded. Again, the binder update will be up very soon, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.